is to help, to paraphrase the paper, women understand men more. It's not saying, it didn't say to help women, it didn't say help to help women agree with men. It didn't say to help women get on the same page with men. It said to help y'all understand why we do what we do.
I don't have to know any of these women, but I could say, oh my God.
That's where well, that's you would say he had me propped up in the corner hanging my ass out.
Handle your shit. Don't expect anyone to handle your shit for you. Don't rely on the man to make you complete. Have your own sense of self. Make your own money. Know what it is you're looking for. Be willing to marry and date and marry the FedEx guy, because if the FedEx guy gives you what you want, you'll be happy. Don't expect anybody to give you shit. You know, except, and so if you're completing yourself, and you know what it is you're looking for, and you look for a man that has integrity, character, you know, sense of self, is humble, etc., you're not going to have to worry about it. But, you know, if you have all this other shit that you're bringing to the table, like, oh, he has to have this, and all this other stuff, and you know, get rid of your baggage. Look at the person.
It's about the communication. Because we disagree,
but if you
fundamentally we're different. We have to find a way to.
You're not fundamentally different.
On the Evite, and I think it went something like, if your mate, and it could be your boyfriend or girlfriend or your husband or wife, does not fulfill your sexual needs, are you justified in fulfilling them elsewhere?
Absolutely not. No. Absolutely. You cannot do that.
You have to walk away.
How do you tell somebody that they're not doing what they need to be doing in the bed? Talk about it. You know, it's not happening like that. It's just not.
It depends on what point in your relationship. If that's your girl, you know, you should be able to have that conversation.
The question that if you have a commitment and you know, everybody agreed this is how we're going to go down, and you're trying to communicate, and it's just not working. You've had that conversation, and it's still not working. It's time for you to move on, and that's what the responsibility is of anybody in a relationship. And I think everybody that's adult enough can agree with that. Now, that doesn't mean everybody practices that, but that's the way it should be.
That is, first of all, women and men do not conversate well in general. Baby, what's wrong? Nothing, I'm cool. And the dude is, that's nothing, he's cool. But in her mind, it's like, what did I do this morning? What did I do this afternoon? What did I do? And he's thinking like, damn, what time the game come on? You know what I'm saying? When you say, let's communicate, we're not even on the same page yet. And then to talk about, let's communicate on something about in the bedroom that's already, you know, you do it your way, she do it her way, you know.
The question asked, would you go and get something else because she was bad in bed with her? Now, for the men that creep, are you creeping because she's bad, or are you just creeping because you creep? Because you gonna creep no matter how good it is.
Fast cars, the biggest houses, it's not just with y'all women. That's what you need to understand. It's not all about y'all. We want the best of and the most of everything.
Well, you know, I would like it if you would try this, or I feel like this just, you know, feels better or whatever. And if they're not willing to compromise and work with you, then maybe you need to say, okay, well, this isn't working, and move on. But
what if you're married?
Well, would you have
You should know by that.
Do something different in the bedroom. Make yourself interesting. Change your look. Do whatever works.
Ego.
Talk to me, sister. Talk to me.
I think that men just cheat. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the woman or she could have done something different.
Man's point of view is what my mom always taught me, that don't listen to what a man says, look what he does. If you watch a man, if he loves you, men show their love by doing more than saying, and women tend to show it by saying.
I have a friend who, they have an open relationship and they discussed it though.
What do we need to do?
Nothing.
That's just it.
You can't do it then.
Randy, what's the question?
I don't know how to phrase the question, but rather than, it's more, you know, okay, fine, so we understand and we don't agree. So what do you do?
What do you do about what?
Just in general, like all of the questions that everything that we talked about.
A man is not as forgiving as a woman is.
I'm gonna tell you, women don't understand the different hormones that guys go through. And I'm saying this is purely scientific. And if you don't want to hear this, fine, but I'm gonna tell you now, purely from a scientific point of view. That's why when women get older, they hit their sexual prime a lot older and want to have sex a lot more because can I finish? Because their hormones level change. I'm going to tell you. Now, 30, 32-year-old women are acting the same way I was when I was 19.
Society and how society trains people to do certain things. I honestly disagree with you because I think society trains women that they have to be a certain way, and then maybe they get to be a certain age and they finally are like, fuck it, I'm cool with who I am, but I was cool at 20. So my thing is, no, fuck you on that. You know what I mean?
No, it's true.
No, I do not. I completely.
That's good if you disagree.
With you on that.
I didn't say you're not supposed to or they're supposed to feel that
I
way.
think that's what you allude to.
No, I didn't.
When you put people in those categories.
What category I put people in? Right, and I'm talking about purely.
You know, or women, have you ever felt like, you know, I'm not first on his list?
A problem when the career comes
Yeah,
first?
it's a problem.
Yeah, but
It's a problem if somebody's saying what.
I would ask that question to the people who are married, because I think if you're
Or in
putting
a
all these other
relationship.
things first, then maybe that's just not somebody that is a priority for you.
I've been in that exact same situation. I've been a violator where I've been the one to not put her first. It's always about friends, family, work, or school. And it wasn't that I didn't love her, I did. It's just kind of like I took advantage of the situation. It was almost kind of like she let me do it. But it was never like I would say, well, she's not coming. I'd be like, come on, let's go out and hang out with my friends. And that wasn't what she wanted to do, but she would go.
If your career is the most important thing to you, doesn't mean you don't want somebody by your side who you're in a relationship with.
And
if your career is your priority,
if you're in a relationship,
that needs to be communicated. But
You don't always have to be the center of his attention and he has to base everything else around that. I think that there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time when you need to put your mom first, or there's a time and a place when you need to put your friends or your job or whatever first. As long as there's some sort of balance, then you're fine. But if you see that there's no balance in your life and you feel like you're always coming last, then that's a problem. You need to address it. You need to discuss things. I think a major part of problems with relationships is people don't discuss things and then they explode.